sleepy islands set off the swampy southern coast of Toronto, Ontario, the Mariposa Folk Festival takes place each year when the days grow long. These three musicians, veterans of Mariposa, Ken Whiteley, his senior brother Chris, and Tom Evans, no relation, are miraculously transformed into the original Sloth Band when they come together, instruments in hand. Mariposa, Spanish for butterfly, was Stephen Leacock's fictional name for Aurelia on Lake Simcoe. There, the festival first saw the light of day in the early 60s. But you know, things just don't go on the same, day after day, year after year, and the festival pulled up stakes, packed its bags, so to speak, and ended up here in Toronto. You get lots of different kinds of music here. Lots of variety in people, too. I guess the music goes by the general name of folk, but that covers a lot of ground.
Barnyard dance.
The original Sloth Band is drawn mainly to jug band music, but they like to dip into swing, blues, old-time country, shucks, even light classical, and come up with their own sound of the 70s. They play a lot of instruments, but the jug, in this case an old bleach bottle, is the one that gave jug band music its name and its distinctive sound. Mariposa has fortunately remained pretty free and easy. No stuffed shirts. No pomp and circumstance. Heck, even minors, small fry, are welcome.
They put out the sign, it was nice that night, and only admission was free. There were peas and greens, and cabbage and beans, it was the biggest crowd you've ever seen. Then old man Cucumber struck up a number, you ought to heard those vegetables scream. Oh, the little turnip flopped into backwards flop. Cabbage shook the shimmy, he couldn't stop. A little red pig shook his feet, and the watermelon died with the cockeyed heat.
All three band members grew up in the suburbs of Toronto. But once the perils of childhood and adolescence had passed, cruel fate sent them to find homes elsewhere. This sturdy, rough-hewn farmhouse, slightly on the North Pole side of Bracebridge, near Santa's Village, is where Chris Whiteley lives with his wife, Mary, and children, Jenny and Daniel. The band try to interpret not just the music they like, but the whole tradition that surrounds it. And I guess a quiet country life offers a pleasant atmosphere for their work. Though time has marched onwards since these formative years in Don Mills, yep, you heard me right, Don Mills, Canada's first totally planned community. The band of cherished memories. Those years of afternoon sun, cotton harvests, down on the sultry levees by the mighty pulsing Don River. Let's try and recapture some of the exotic flavor of these times with this faded relic from the early days of moving pictures. Rescued from the dustbin of the ages and the mists of time, the original Sloth Band. Young men with a mission. Young men on the move. Unaware of the prying movie camera, they went about their everyday lives. They sang, they danced, they laughed, but not once did they weep. Sure, the original Sloth Band has never topped the charts of the great AM stations across the land. Maybe the lads wouldn't even want to. But there's no denying their popularity has grown by leaps and bounds. They hold an ever-tightening grip on the loyalties of an incredibly diverse but fanatical body of listeners. For example, a typical office worker or man under the street.
Sloth Band? Yeah. They're okay by me. Nothing wrong with them.
They speak to young Canada.
They're so cute, and that weird music they play. Oh, wow.
Down to the pole, Lord with heart and soul. He's in the jail.
What does the learned jack of all trades think of them?
As a forklift truck driver and a medievalist, I find that there's a richness and texture in their work that brings to mind Horace. Nil mortalibus ardui est. No height is too arduous for mortal men.
He's in the jail now. Started being funny. Police give Mark money.
Even the model citizen can't be silenced.
I like their lyrics.
Maybe a few fleeting glimpses at some faded mementos, cracked and peeling photos can give us an inkling of the band's rich but bittersweet past. Trial mixed with triumph, agony with ecstasy. Their identification with culture heroes of the 60s, the mop-topped Beatles, or the ever-popular King, Elvis. Of course, they weren't always the original Sloth Band. They've lost count of the names used and discarded, long names, short names, some simple, some downright ridiculous.
People recognize us on the street. They don't know who we are, but they know that we're somebody.
This hard, no-holds-barred tavern is typical of the kind of musical jungle the Sloth Band had to claw their way through to get what they wanted.
It's taken us to a lot of cities. Whether they've been interesting and memorable is another thing. We played in Wawa. We've hit Fergus. We were really big in Elmira. We've actually we're waiting. We haven't hit St. Agatha yet, but someday we will. We played in Kingston. We played in Ottawa. We played everywhere you can believe in Toronto.
The band loves their way of life. But there are burdens to bear, and I don't just mean instruments. Hours of travel. The sinking feeling when you arrive at a dim, out-of-the-way night spot, trying to entertain a woe-begone or world-weary audience.
Bustle of daily life. You can find that center of joy and happiness in the well springs of our mind. And I'd just like to mention, next week, direct from London, Ontario, we have Mr. Buckwheat Willie P. Bennett. And right now,
The Sloth Band respect the kind of music they play. It comes from a different culture and era, and they respect the people who made it. And when they get a chance, they like to learn more from musicians like Sam Chapman, a member of the original Mississippi Sheiks.
What were some of the musicians you played with in Memphis?
I played with the Jug Band.
Which one? The Memphis Jug Band?
Memphis Jug Band. Mm-hmm. That's where I used to live on North 2nd Street out there. They called it Englewood. And I played with all the guitar pickers put near there. I never played with this Booker.
Yeah. Were the Beale Street Sheiks going then, or?
Yeah, they was going. The Beale Street Sheiks, they was going, and we played in Memphis when. See, there was 9 brothers that was playing the Jug Band together called the Mississippi Sheiks.
Right.
And we was the Chapman brothers when it was first started off. And then when we went to recording in the 20s, then we changed his name to the Mississippi Sheiks.
Should we just end it sharp? Or
Just,
Arranging new material for a recording session is no bed of roses. There's a lot of details to attend to.
Stuck ending, 74B.
Let's try it from the... Take it from the... Yeah, okay. 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to take it again. Okay. From there. Yeah. Okay.
You're gonna look just like a monkey when you get old. You're gonna look just like a monkey when you get old. I can tell by your shape that your mother was an ape. You're gonna look just like a monkey when you get old. I'll be glad when you're dead, you dirty dog. Say I'll be glad when you're dead, you dirty dog. You're gonna rush down to your grave, gonna spit right in your face. I'll be glad when you're dead, you dirty dog. Say you rascal, you gonna wish you'd never been born. Say you rascal, you gonna wish you'd never been born. I got blackjack over left, wanna introduce it to your head. You rascal, you gonna wish you'd never been born.
The band can spend a long time getting a tune right, and then a little mishap happens.
My little friend here's just gone out of tune.
Let's take it from the top.
Okay, we'll take it from the top then.
Just take it away.
Okay, I'll just take it away.
You're gonna look just like a monkey when you get old. You're gonna look just like a monkey when you get old. I can tell by your shape that your mother was an ape. You're gonna look just like a monkey when you get old. I'll be glad when you're dead, you dirty dog. I'll be glad when you're dead, you dirty dog. I'm gonna rush down to your grave, gonna spit right in your face. I'll be glad when you're dead, you dirty dog.
Everyone knows music needs harmony. Geez, it's obvious. But a band needs another kind of harmony, too. They've got to be able to get along, to accept each other's rough edges, to stay together as a group.
Your head, you rascal, you go away and never be born. You're gonna look just like a monkey when you get old. You're gonna look just like a monkey when you get old. I can tell by your bang that your mother was an orangutan. You're gonna look just like a monkey when you get old. Yeah. Here we go, boy.
It's not all struggle and tears, though. Take one summer weekend after a tough recording session. A crowd of devil-may-care young folk with music in their souls find themselves up at Chris's farm in Bracebridge. Lots of spontaneous music, other games, a general running around and tomfoolery. People meet old and new friends, eating and drinking too, and kids and dogs have a good time as well. Seems like these guys are happy. They enjoy making their music and learning more about it. They enjoy entertaining others. They've been able to make some money playing and recording. Although they live in different towns and lead different lives, when they get together, they work to become better musicians so they can do justice to the music they like. But basically, they play because it's fun.
The angels said while they stood gazing towards heaven when Jesus was going away. They said he is coming, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming in glory some wonderful day. And now we are looking towards heaven. Yes, watching and waiting to hear the glad words he will say. Some wonderful morning, on the clouds of great heavenly glory. He's coming some wonderful day. No darn well it's good enough for me if it's tight like that. Beat up bop till it's tight like that. Beat up bop, don't you ever talk to you if it's tight like that. Well, I don't know across the street that the power to save me a piece if it's tight like that. Beat up bop till it's tight like that. Beat up bop, don't you ever talk to you. I'm just tight like that. Oh, tight like that. Well, good enough for me. It's tight like that. Beat up bop, it's tight like that. Beat up bop, don't you ever talk to you. I mean, it's tight like that. Oh, yeah. I mean, tight like that. It's tight like that. Oh, yeah. Tight like that. I mean, tight like that. Don't you ever talk to you. I mean, tight